Welcome, guys, to Gunning to Old Trafford with your hosts, Ibi and Shady. Yeah, Ibrahim, welcome back again. Nothing much happening in the world of football, but Ibrahim, welcome, brother. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, I think, thank you, Abdul. Always a pleasure talking to you. With the international break, not much going on at our clubs. So I think we're going to do a quick fire round of just some key topics that are bubbling around the club, etc. So I'm gonna kick off, and Abdul, you can jump in as you need to.
Sure.
Just some big talking points. Harry Maguire is in the news again from a Manchester United perspective, all for the wrong reasons. I don't like the attention around English players all of the time. Harry has not been able to hold down a starting lineup in the Manchester United team. However, his name is the first choice on the England squad list.
How's that? Is there something?
Coaches have their favorites. Coaches have their favorites, and it looks like Harry is one of Gareth's favorites. But it doesn't make sense that if you can't hold your position down at the club level, how are you able to make the national team? But anyways.
Correct me if I'm wrong. By Gareth Southgate picking Harry Maguire, not making the Manchester United team. Isn't it a little bit of disrespect to United and Ten Hag as well? I don't know, man. I just feel like, why do it? You know what I mean?
But I think Ten Hag is of the Ferguson school of thought. Doesn't care what they do on a national side.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't care what they do. He's got his way, and Maguire doesn't quite fit it at the moment. And again, we in our previous segment, when we spoke about past and present, we talked about Bruno being such a leader, and Harry Maguire is the complete opposite of that, right? Where Bruno likes to take in the pressure and attention, negative attention away from the teammates around him, Harry Maguire is hell-bent on showing the deficiencies from everybody else, so that it looks like he can take away that responsibility from himself, And it's always about, previously it was about, all of the previous coaches are choosing me, so I'm probably doing something right. And now it's around, there's some leaks coming out again that, he needs someone with pace playing next to him. And if you drop him into a City team, he'd do really well. And Ruben Diaz in a Manchester United team, he'd struggle because Maguire doesn't have the right players playing around him. So, throwing the people around him under the bus, which is weird because, he's played 4 games this season and we've lost all 4 games. And on the flip side, when he wasn't playing and we had Varane and Martinez, we've won or drawn all of those games, right? Actually, we've won all of the games that Martinez and Varane has played. So, just shows the level. And, he's now trying to blame David De Gea. He's blaming the other defenders. He's blaming the team around him. It's never about Harry Maguire. It's about everybody else. And for me, might be one of Manchester United's worst signings. Worst captain, in my opinion, from a Manchester United perspective. And I think it's time now that Manchester United cut their loss and allow Harry Maguire to leave Manchester
of course.
United. That's just my opinion.
100%.
Yeah.
Ibrahim, and I'm sure Ibrahim, just quick, sorry about it. I think you viewers can also agree, Ibrahim, and I just have to make mention, Ibrahim, the partnership Martinez and Varane.
Amazing.
Solid. You guys haven't been so solid as this in a long time.
And Ferdinand, right? That was the last time we had that composure.
Years ago, that was how many? 8 years ago? 9?
Abdul, we're talking 9, 10 years ago, yeah?
13, yeah. But now remember, with the Varane, with the Martinez, have you seen David De Gea's game has just lifted?
It's just elevated. He's got confidence, right? A keeper gets his confidence from the defense and for the players in front of him, right? If he's always under pressure that they're going to make mistakes, it affects his game. But if he knows that, exactly.
Yeah. And I love De Gea. I mean, when he's flying, he flies majestically. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, glory, Man United.
And then on that, the flip side, if you want to see a true leader, or if you want to see, someone that's really shining from a Manchester United perspective, go and watch the interview with Bruno Fernandes by The Athletic. You know, he really deep dives into, you know, how close he was to joining Tottenham, his time at Manchester United, and the reason he does what he does on the field. And you'll really appreciate Bruno as a captain, as a leader, as a player that Manchester United should build around. So, you know, just look into that. Even if you're not a Manchester United fan, go and read, go and watch that interview. I guarantee you'll come away with something really good from that interview. And then finally, it's Manchester United are obviously being linked with strikers. There's talk that we might go, you know, dip into the market in January to find another striker up front. And there's talk of a certain Benfica striker that we in the market for. I know Bayern Munich also have him on the radar. And no, it's not Darwin Nunes. I'm not sure.
You had to bring that one.
I'm not sure if you've seen the clip on social media where Darwin Nunes gets the ball on the left flank, cuts in Uruguay training, and tries to beat the keeper, but his ball goes horribly wrong and almost goes out for a throw-in on the other end. So yeah, I mean, Liverpool fans tried to tell us that Darwin Nunes is going to be competing with Erling Haaland, but it looks like he might be competing with a certain Bebe that United had at a point in time. Do you remember Bebe?
Hey, Bebe! Hey, Bebe! Hey, but even listen here, through the years, we got to admit that as much as we love Sir Alex Ferguson, us and Wenger, they made a couple of, you know, there was a couple of
Bebe was on the recommendation of Carlos Queiroz, right?
Just.
But to Bebe's credit, he's a Premier League champion.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Not something that you can say about a certain Steven Gerrard, right? So Bebe has won more title than a Liverpool legend, yeah. I mean, I'm not comparing them, but if we have to put their Premier League trophies next to each other, you know, Bebe is actually
He's got more. He's got more.
Sorry about that, Liverpool fans. So yeah, the striker that United are linked with is Gonzalo. I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's Gonzalo, but it's spelled Goncalo. So Gonzalo Ramos, a really highly rated striker, a youngster. Wow. You know, they've got a £25 million price tag assigned to him. So that's someone that we're looking at. And if it's I don't know much about him, so I'm going to lie if I say, you know, I know about this youngster. But if Ten Hag wants him, I hope United back him and get the striker to really support us up front. And I think he'll help us run through the start of the season.
Guys, don't forget to drop it on
that's it from my end,
Mr. Gonzalo, if you guys know about him and stuff, just drop us. Let us know. We'll also do a little bit of research on him. And if Ten Hag wants him, Ten Hag will get him. I love Ten Hag, man. I just love him. So, yeah. And Ibrahim, I must say, guys, and I need to admit something. Since Benny McCarthy is at Manchester United, I somewhat like them, man. Benny, I mean, I don't know. It makes us so proud, you know, that one of our own is there, right? So,
of course.
Yeah, Ibrahim, thanks for that. And on the Arsenal front, very quiet. Colony training ground, very, very, very quiet. I've been trying to get a little bit of feedback. There's been a lot of noise around the Emil Smith Rowe not playing so much this season. But there was a guy, I don't know his name. I think it's Turkish from AFTV. He really dissected it very well. And he said, you know what? Emil Smith Rowe is a quality player. And in order for us to reach the levels of the cities of the Bayern Munichs, you need to have quality players also on the bench. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you saw Odegaard was injured and Arteta unleashed Fabio Vieira. What a freaking debut!
What a player!
I mean, you can see he's snazzy. He's witty. He's intricate. He passes those lines. He's a small little Odegaard, you know. So this year, and they were talking about the squad depth, which is a good thing at Arsenal at the moment. And we don't have much players on international duty. Mohamed El Neni is still injured. Thomas Partey didn't travel, or he was going to travel, but they were keeping him back, which is a good thing for us now. All our 3 Brazilians haven't gone to camp,
So your
which is
boys will
great.
be nice and fresh. Yeah.
And let me tell you, nobody wants to face a Gabriel Martinelli and a Gabriel Jesus at 100% full capacity. So in a way,
100%.
it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. I
I mean,
just
keep
feel
telling yourself that as a second prize for them not making the Brazil squad, but I mean, it's okay.
True that. It's okay, right? Also, Ibrahim, I just want your take on this, because I know you always dissect it well. Bukayo Saka, I think Bukayo Saka is tired, man. I mean, now he's again in the England team. I just feel that there's a lot of fatigue in that young man.
And I
He
think,
hasn't brought that A game this whole season, you know.
yeah, no,
I don't know, man.
I'm glad that you brought that up because I've seen similarities with Marcus Rashford after the Euros as well, right? You know, Rashford and Bukayo Saka were the, you know, they were the targets for a lot of the racist and vile
Correct.
comments that came out of Euros, right? And I think those sit with young players, right? It's not something that they just brush themselves off. And I think,
Right.
you know, they had a really tough season. They went straight into a tough Euros and then came back into another long and draining season where Manchester United and Arsenal were really the focus. And I think both players showed that, you know, they have quality, but over time, you know, the fatigue, the outside pressure, etc., is getting to them. They are young players after all, right? And I think it will help Saka now, this entire break. You know, if I was Arteta, I would have told Saka to sit out from the
I would
international break.
also
But obviously, he's gunning for a position in the England squad for the
for the
World Cup.
World Cup, yeah.
So that wouldn't be on the table. But I mean, he wouldn't. It wouldn't be a bad thing for Saka to have a few games of rest because we've seen the negative impact on Rashford when you play game in, game out without the rest in between. Eventually, you get to a point where you have a mental block, right? And now we're seeing, you know, Ten Hag bringing Rashford back into the fold slowly. He's benefiting from being rested and playing here and there, etc. So, you know, I think Saka needs a bit of a break, 100%.
Definitely. Also, just quickly in the last one, the positive. Mikel Arteta. They've been talking about this man is obsessed with the Arsenal academy, and
Brilliant.
again,
Love to
bringing
hear
on a
that.
15-year-old on Sunday. I just can't get his Nerwa. His name is a little bit, but anyway, get his name, Ibrahim. Just you can pronounce. I disturb it. Mikel Arteta's got this eye for youngsters. I don't know if you guys know a player by the name of Charlie Patino. I don't know if you
So it's
heard of him.
Ethan
Ethan,
Nwaneri.
now where Nwaweri, you see
Nwaneri. Yeah.
Nwaweri, right? What a player! You can see so composed, and he's been getting a lot of stick for that, Ibrahim. I mean, you know what? I'm
And I
going to
don't
come to my
understand
main.
that, right? I
I'm
don't
going to come to
understand that.
I don't think if he feels he wants to play a 13-year-old, he can play a 13-year-old. He believes in his boys, and I don't see why he's been getting slack for it. You know?
I think people are saying he did it just to feel the youngest player, blah blah blah. But I don't think that's the case. You know, Arteta is a player, is a manager that is really really precise in everything that he does, right?
Yeah.
And I think he wanted to introduce Nwaneri to a game that was already done and dusted to give him that feel of playing in front of a big crowd. And to walk off to a victory, right? I don't think if Arsenal were losing, I don't think you would have brought him on.
Yes, definitely.
So yeah, I don't have a problem with that. You know, slowly integrating him into the team, and it will only be good for Arsenal Football Club. So I back Arteta. I love the decision.
Thanks.
So yeah,
Thanks,
makes sense.
okay, so I got it. So I got it, guys, and I've been practicing it. None wary. So just to break it down, none wary. Am I saying it right? Can I say it like
No,
Baba
you're saying
Boom?
it wrong. You're saying it wrong.
None-wary.
Nwaneri, Noa.
Oh, Nwaneri. You know what? I'm saying
Nwaneri.
non-ready because I'm thinking of Nani. Remember Nani?
What a player. What a player.
What a player. Let's step over. So yeah. Brilliant
So Abdul,
stuff.
I think just the last one you want to touch on was the
Liverpool
United
United.
Legends. Yeah.
Yes. So,
So
United Legends, guys, in May, just quickly, Brian, in May, the match was at Enfield.
Old Trafford.
And no, isn't this one in Old Trafford now?
No, the first one
No,
is
no.
at Old Trafford.
Okay, the
United
first
lost
one,
3-1.
3-1. And you know what, Ibrahim? They've been talking about this being every year, an annual thing. The first match brought in 1.3 million pounds in the Manchester
Brilliant.
United Foundation. And remember, this money is used for the foundations, which is for food, the development of the community. So this is beautiful. And I see a lot of United legends have also come in. You've got Fletcher in, you've got Michael Carrick in
Oh,
for the
brilliant.
weekend.
Brilliant.
So a lot of these guys, I think Brian Robson was supposed to be manager. I think he's out
Yeah.
for this
Yeah.
weekend. I was reading something like that. But it's a beautiful thing, especially for the youngsters, Ibrahim. And this is, guys,
Exactly.
just to go to our past and present segment. This is where you're going to actually see some of them actually playing and seeing how they actually play and how magnificent they are. So I'm looking forward to it, Ibrahim. I don't know about
No,
you.
exactly. And I think kudos to MUFC Foundation, the LFC Foundation as well. Bringing
Amazing.
this together and allowing a rivalry like Manchester United and Liverpool to come together for a good cause and drive like you say, 1.3 million pounds worth of donations towards a lot of good on and off the
Amazing.
field. So brilliant stuff, and hoping for more of the same. So looking forward to the game on the weekend. And you know what I like about these Legends games? It's to show that how these legends have kept in shape over the seasons and can still, they might be not as quick or as sharp as they were, but you can see they were class players, right? I think in the game before that United lost, Luis Garcia really shone from a Liverpool perspective.
I remember Luis Garcia.
So
Was he in the Turkish team that won it in Istanbul? Eh? Luis Garcia was there.
I'm not gonna pretend that I'm a Liverpool expert, but it was good to see him. I remember the header he scored from the edge of the box at one point as well. So
because I try now and then. I don't know if you guys noticed. I try, but he never. But big up, Ibrahim. I love you, my man. So that's it. Queen finally has been laid to rest. So can football now start again? Because let me tell you,
it was a mistake, right?
No, Ibrahim, let's be honest. This weekend, the atmosphere. Imagine we had those games last week, and we had the who was supposed, it was supposed to be set Liverpool Chelsea. Then we had a Liverpool. I'm just saying.
United Leeds, right?
United is fun. I mean, and you get God save the king. I think it was a wrong move. I think we must out.
For me, I mean, it's not something that I would pay too much attention to. But for the people of the UK and for the other half that really love the royal family, it would have been a good sending off on that side, right? So I think, like I said, it's split in between. Yeah.
Amazing, Ibrahim. It was amazing.
I'm not going to jump in on that one. Yeah.
It's okay. I know. Okay, so it's fine. But yeah, all tribute to you, Ibrahim. That's beautiful for our current affairs. On to international break coming this weekend. There's a few good games. I see Bafana, but I don't know. Nothing really that hits home. I don't know. We got a few Europa, but we'll go through it a little bit with the guys.
Yeah,
and we take 100%. It from there. Like to touch on, but I think we could. Ibrahim.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you everybody for joining. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and yes, Abdul, we are gunning to. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.